Hi, this is the Corny Gallery again with a little message. Just want to say good morning to the world. Send my love. Because I realized something recently that people just want to belong. That's why I'm in my natural state, mon pere, my hair tied, no makeup. Because I want to show the world self-love. I want the world to see me loving myself naturally. That's why I've done videos with no wig in the tub and whatever in the shop. Not all the time when I was in the shop filming when the salon was open. Did I have makeup on? Or hair. Sometimes I was getting my hair done by my employees. I realized how important self-love is because it could be a detriment to your life when you don't love yourself. That's important for this world to know. Self-love is more important than you trying to impress other people, then more important than you trying to fit in to groups, to social groups. It's more important than you trying to impress your parents or your friends or your peers or the community that you want to be a part of. It's important to love yourself first so you won't degrade yourself and put your life in danger for material things, worldly things, things that don't bring satisfaction. One, it's not going to make you feel whole. It's not going to make you love yourself later. Two, after you degrade yourself to get whatever it is that you thought you wanted, do you feel better? Do you feel relief? Because I had to wonder what would make all these people endanger their whole life, livelihoods, life. Because this is death, life and death. Their whole reputation, their sanity, their mental sanity. You would endanger that for money? Something that's man-made, a paper? Something that's man-made. Because you see it as giving you power, but then because you degraded yourself with that power, now you're a flying monkey. Now you're a pawn. Now people can use you. Now people can blackmail you because they put you in a situation where you had to degrade yourself for money, for worldly possessions that you thought would have brought you satisfaction, but in fact, it only ruined your life or end up taking it. I had to really decipher what will make all these people do this for money, for something that don't even belong to them. Something that my father, which is my birthright, my ancestral birthright, Evan Galway, left to me. They want to plot, steal, and kill like God is not watching. Like their plan was going to work. And I realized it was supposed to be like this. This is prophecy. This was supposed to go like this. So I accept that at this point and forgive. But at the same time, I still wonder what would make all these people do this. I know they were supposed to, but it's just to put their life in danger, though, to harm me, to try to later use whatever they thought the plan was going to be to blackmail me, which didn't work because that was supposed to prevent me from coming on here to do this, and it didn't work. So they just endangered their whole life for nothing, for absolutely nothing. Because this was supposed to go like this. God was never going to let you win this battle. You were never supposed to win. I know those little things you thought you got over on made you feel confident enough to go through with this plan, this dummy mission, this dummy plan, this suicide mission. Was it smart? Though. And I need the world to see this as a teachable lesson because this is what this is. This was supposed to happen for God to broadcast this so the world could see not to do this dumb thing. That you can be blessed, you could be prosperous, you can be abundant with just God, with just God's help, with just God's mercy, with just God's grace, and just God's blessing, just God. You don't have to go to a second, third, fourth party, a community, a Masonic cult to do humiliation rituals on people that did not consent to it because it won't work. Because you can't humiliate purity. No matter what you try to do. So a lot of people was tricked. I understand. They were drugged. They were blackmailed into doing a lot of things for money by somebody they thought they could trust, by somebody they thought was holy, by somebody they thought was a church going Christian because they put on a happy smile and quote some scriptures in the Bible. And I know a lot of people is fighting. I know a lot of people is running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Even though they putting on a good front to the people that's around them so they won't show. Or y'all, I know they see. I know y'all see the mental instability of the people who try to slander and defame and disparage my character. I know you see the towers burning because their whole diabolical demonic plan is failing. Because God sees all. God sees everybody that was involved. And everybody involved is getting a divine beating at this point. But this is what I said was going to happen. But God needs the world to understand that when you give this, whatever situation you're going through, to Him, He's going to handle it. So I have more than enough faith. I know. I've been in here celebrating, doing backflips, doing my workout regimen and my routines faithfully because they work. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm celebrating. I'm rejoicing because this is my new beginning. This is my new life. I already won this judicial battle in the New York Kings County surrogate and probate courts. I know that already. But they got to figure out a way to try to murder me. Kia Camille McLean and Christopher Leroy Gray and Kia Vonda Galway and Trisha Vandy Cruz and everybody involved, all the people involved, the crazy people involved, the demonic crazy people. Before everything comes out about the fake life insurance policy and the fake death certificate, I can't believe they had the nerve to submit anywhere because they assumed I was going to be dead already. They assumed whatever witchcraft they was doing was going to work, and it didn't, and it can't, and it never worked because it was a trap. So now this hole that they dug for themselves with all these lies is impossible because of how much evidence they have against them that they don't know. You're going to find out, Kia Camille McLean and Christopher Gray and Kiavana, Trisha. Y'all not quite as smart as y'all thought y'all were. And y'all wasn't even doing this smart anyway. So me having receipts only shows and proves even more on why you didn't want the Kings County probate court to even meet the real me. for you to hire impersonators and have Kiavana go in and impersonate, marry Chris, sign my name, forge my name multiple times. I don't know who signed for Laquan Galway, not one time, for life insurance policies, for anything, for any benefits from Vincent Galway or Evan Galway. It was never Laquan Galway signed anything for Camille McLean, Kiavana Galway, or Christopher Gray. It was Kiavana forging the signature, or Chris, or Kia, whoever did it. The mental instability accusation is not going to work here. The accusations of abuse and threats and stuff is not going to work. Because what's done in the dark always comes to light. And the blackmail that you have on people, oh yeah, I got to go into this. This is important. Kia has 2 chests in her room. And she has a series of videos. Because Kia has been poisoning people and drugging people. And roofing people. Drugging people to get them to do sexual acts that they probably wouldn't, heinous sexual acts that they probably wouldn't indulge in if they were in the right state of mind. So after that, she blackmails them with said video of whatever sexual deviancy she had recorded on them, and gets them to help her to enact her demonic, diabolical plan against the Galway family, which probably started with Chanda. It started with my dad a long time ago, but it started with Chanda's death and her doing witchcraft and underhanded, sneaky things to eradicate the Galway bloodline, to being able to inherit that house that my parents bought while they were married, Julian Vanny Cruz and Evan Galway, during their marriage. And they were married in 1987. They bought that house in 1991. My mother goes to jail in 1996. My father meets Kia in 2000, 1999. Since 1999, she had her eyes set on that house and eradicated my whole family if she had to get it. By any means necessary. And this girl coming from a group home, coming from instability, coming from maybe rape and child molestation and incest, thinks this is her plan. I gotta take this man from this married man from this woman, even though he's married. Yeah, she's incarcerated, but it's easy because she's in jail. His wife is in jail, and his children are small. But I'm his oldest child. There's no question about that. I have no problem taking a DNA test. I have no problem taking an STD test. I have no problem taking a mental fitness evaluation because I know none of them can't pass it. Or the lie detector test. So, and I know Kia Camille McLean, Kiavana Galway, and Christopher Leroy Gray, Trisha Vanny Cruz, anybody involved, I hope and pray Christopher Leroy Gray took Pauline Gray in there. Whoever you took in the court with you to perjure themselves in a court of law is going to jail. Because they can't take a lie detector test to prove what they said is the truth. Because Laquana has the truth, Laquana has receipts, and Laquana has the health to prove at this moment, at any moment, in any capacity, health-wise, mental-wise, lie detector, anything. FBI, CIA, NYPD, New York State County Court, yeah, probate court. Whatever you need. Okay? I'm in Georgia, Henry County. Okay? Yeah. So, I can prove what I'm saying is the truth. Period. Nobody that went in there to perjure themselves could say the same. Laquana Galway was never married. Laquana Galway never signed a marriage certificate or a life insurance policy, or I'm not dead. I'm not Kia's child. If a court in New York gave her guardianship or gave Chris guardianship or power of attorney of me, that was completely illegal. But because people are being blackmailed because they were doing Masonic, demonic sex rituals and being filmed unbeknownst to them and drugged, Kia got a lot of evidence in them big two trunks. And she goes into them when nobody's looking late at night to conjure up whatever demonic spirit she's conjuring up to use your guys' energy because she's connected to you guys. So whoever she done slept with, whoever she just passed this deadly disease to further blackmail you because now you have the monster, the big truck. For those who know, who know. She purposely did that. And that's the demonic part and the demented part. Like, Christopher Leroy Gray, you really hate yourself so much and want money and power and acceptance from other people, and your low self-esteem is just so low that you don't like yourself, that you would risk getting HIV to give it to me, to blackmail me. But that couldn't work because you were lying to everybody. That's going to be proven in a state of law that you haven't touched me in the last 8 to 10 years. And that's the God's honest truth. In no sexual way, in no capacity at any point. And I've been tested twice after I even was touched you with a 10 feet pole, bro. You can't even kiss my cheek. I don't even want you breathing in my face for your saliva to hit my cheek or my skin. Okay? I don't even want a sprinkle of your saliva touching my skin or your breath hitting my body in any capacity. That's how I feel. I thought you were my friend. I thought we could co-parent. But after hearing about hidden cameras, I don't know. God knows that you done for Kia. You were being paid by Kia. Kia's your secret lover, which is where you got your package from. Your menage a trois and incest with family members, and you bringing in Kiavana, who's underage, who's Kia Camille McLean's child, for a parent to be engaging in sexual acts with their child with other people. That is just disgusting. And for the fact that y'all were doing all this together and thinking y'all were doing something, y'all had to know, y'all knew y'all were doing something demonic. People outside of y'all didn't know that. Or maybe they did, or maybe y'all brought them in to, y'all brainwashed them. Y'all brainwashed them, you put magic on them, so whatever. You put your love spell or whatever on them and then blackmail them. So then after they realize, they're like, oh, what did I do? But you already got AIDS. So you're like, oh my God, I gotta help them because they know I got AIDS and I'm on this tape and da 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 da. She got some people, bro. So she thinks she's strong because she got some judges, she got some lawyers, she got some bankers, some doctors got the package. How the doctor and the nurse get the package too? This is some nasty, grimy. This is a grimy situation. And I'm not judging you guys. But at the same time, I can't have you guys pull me in your shenanigans. Because Laquan Galway wants no parts. I don't have no parts in none of this. I don't know none of this. I'm only now finding out and I don't want to be doing no more, but I guess I have to because I have to. So I know y'all planning on going on the run. FBI, they plan on going on the run and running out. Flying out, I don't know. You should probably do something to that, to them passports. What else? I know she's planning on burning out my father's house. And that's really tragic because my father worked so hard to put his blood, sweat, and tears in that house. And she knows that. His sweat is seeped into the wood of 677 East 24th Street. She knows that. That house has sentimental value to my family, to my mother and my father. Because she wants to fake her death. She wants to go on the run. Chris wanna go to Jamaica. I don't know. He wanna go on the run too. Y'all can't go on the run because they're gonna catch you. This is the end of the road for you, and you lost. You can't murder me. You can't go on a run. You can't escape. You have to tell the truth now because I can tell the truth and take a lie detector test to prove that every single thing that was said about me in a court of law against me is a lie. I didn't have a hard childhood. I wasn't molested. I never prostituted myself. You don't have any proof of that. You can't find one, man. I will pay them if you could find one. If Chris put hidden cameras like a creep in my house, that's revenge porn. That's also illegal. Because he's the only person that had access to my house. But we were not sleeping together, like I said, for the last 8 years. And I will make that very clear. He's not my husband. We're not getting back together. It was never no talks of us getting back together. I'm not pregnant by him. I don't want no relations with him. He's a married man to somebody else for the last 5 to 6 years, 8 years. I don't even know how long because it doesn't matter to me. I don't keep up with his life like he's inserting himself and stalking me in my life. I want Christopher Leroy Gray and the Gray family to leave Laquan Galway and the Galway family alone. Because this don't have nothing to do with y'all. How Chris is inserting himself in my family business and my family inheritance and trust and affairs and life insurance policies and all kind of crazy stuff. I don't even understand with my name. But slandering me to disparage my character. You can't do that if it's not true. I could understand if I could be like, oh my God, I said that. You can't say that by somebody that's not true, boo-boo. Sorry. Never know herpes, never know AIDS, never know no STD that I can remember. A clean bill of health, according to every doctor I went to. And I could take a lie detector test on that. So, I don't know what people are going to do. It's just sad. Because I thought better of people that made it their mission and that were paid to make me look bad on purpose for money, for material gain. But even though it was a betrayal and I want to feel enraged or for revenge or whatever, I don't feel a need to lie on him. I don't feel a need to seek revenge. I don't feel a need. I feel bad that they felt like they had to take it this far and they were that desperate for financial gain, for acceptance, for people to people please. That they thought so low of themselves that they had to go to these extents to covet and envy something that belongs to somebody else, something that belongs to me, to me, to me, to me, to envy my life, to envy my light, to envy my honesty, to envy my beauty, to envy my personality, to whatever, to envy my complexion, to envy my, I don't know, to envy my destiny, to envy my bloodline. Because really, that's really what Kia is after. Y'all didn't know that, but y'all were being used as pawns. And she's sacrificing everybody that she's using right now for your energy. Or Kiavana. Or Chris. That same blackmail that she's using over your head, she's using to drain your body of energy, to kill you. But people don't understand what they're playing with. She understands what she's playing with. Her daughter understands because she was groomed what they playing with. And I always knew that, so I kept my distance. But they send the little snake. They be like, oh, he's friend. But he was being paid. So he's acting like my friend. I'm like, okay, thinking everything is cool. We could co-parent. And he's over here telling her, oh, we together. I'm sleeping with her. She's a whore. She's prostituting. She's selling coochie on or OnlyFans or the black web or wherever you put the video or whatever hidden camera you got. Or chat AI, chat GPT or AI, whatever little thing of me you have. Christopher Leroy Gray and Kiavana. Have at it. I heard y'all got it back. I hit a lick off a fake Laquana. Who has this much time to be concerned with other people's life instead of focusing on each other? If y'all was so focused on your own life, do you know how far y'all would be if y'all put this much energy in your own life? But now y'all dying with rotten genitals, dying with the package, the monster, because you were obsessed with my life and destroying a person you can't destroy because it's too pure. You can't even ascend if you're not pure. Of heart, of spirit, of physical health, physical and mental health, and emotional intelligence, and accountability for oneself. The issue with that is LaQuanta don't have any accountability issues. Because I know what I did, and I could say it out loud and scream it from the top of the mountain. Because I'm not ashamed of anything that I've ever done. So a humiliation ritual can never work with me because my hats off. My ancestors is doing backflips till all my ancient ones woke up to be like, oh yeah, you're not playing with this one. Because my record is like pristine. I don't even hurt people. I didn't even have karma to fix because everything that I really wanted for somebody and wished on somebody's life was something that was so pure heart and it was so to the highest level of love. Even when I pray for everyone. I pray for humanity. And I know y'all watching this video might think that's bullshit, but that shit is the truth. And when I did it, I heard him say, that's why I chose you. And I didn't even know that was going to happen. And then I was like, oh. Star, girl. I'm into that life like, I got this shit down pat. That's why my ancestors is not letting y'all play. My archangels is not letting y'all play with me. Y'all letting y'all play in my face. And I know y'all don't know. Keeping a lot of secrets. This is for me. Yeah. I'm kind of trying to antagonize you, but not really, but I am. Oh, but because I lost so much already, like stuff that I can't get back. My sister, my dad, for some dumb money and greed. He had this plan to have all our deaths set up to look like accidents. Years between each other, right, Kia? Could not work with me, though. I was what your plan didn't account for, wasn't I? Right, Chris? Right, Kia? You're not winning. Because you can't fight God. Your witchcraft, no matter who you go to in the world, it's like your hands. You can't hex no more courts. You can't hex no more judges. It can't work. New legal precedents have to be set now because of you. Because of this. This is going to go global, and new legal precedent is going to be set in the courts, in the Supreme Court, and all the court. Supreme Court versus Lagani Galway. Or not Coney Galway, or McLean. Yeah, it might be you. Yeah, it's your name. Kia McLean. You gonna be famous, girl. You wanted to be clout chasing. Chris, you wanted the clout. You gonna get it, boo. All West Indian men are gonna live vicariously through you and be able to come out and speak their truth and be in their light and be bisexual if that's what they want to be. Love who loves you. I don't think it matters the sex. I think the love just has to be genuine and loyal and pure. And let's face it, this was a job for you. You were being paid by my father's wife to screw her and to screw me out of my inheritance and to try to murder me. You were the hitman. Brit AIDS. Oh gosh, that's so. It sounds so disgusting, but that's what it was. But when you couldn't sleep with me anymore, you decided you was gonna tear down my character anyways. If we assassinate her character, nobody wouldn't believe she don't have it anyway. Oh, she's a prostitute that got diseases. Okay. You don't think I'll come on here and say a lie and talk about a lie? To expose a lie? The lie can't live with the truth, boo-boo. You can't shame the truth with a lie. Especially when it's bright as me. You see, I don't have no makeup on. Still. I got that. Baby. No. You don't understand the amount of healing it takes to just love yourself and not to put yourself in dangerous predicaments. And I don't do that. I'm not perfect. And I don't think God wants any of us to be perfect. But because of my imperfections, people want to look at me and judge and say, oh, she can't be chosen. Well, guess what? You would be wrong about that. And you would be on the wrong team if you thought that to be true. And I feel sorry for you for whatever's coming. Because I called judgment on the whole situation. I called judgment, and that's all I had to do. They are going broke. They are spending. He has spent any money my dad did leave her on doing witchcraft for me, on paying people to do witchcraft for me, on paying people to sabotage my salon, sabotage my employees, sabotage my life, sabotage my ex. Well, not my ex. She was paying him. Sabotage her own love boy, love toy. I don't know. Sugar baby. Chris is her sugar baby. But she had a sugar baby doing bisexual down low things while he was under the influence of some heavy narcotics and hallucinogens. So he probably don't even know what he was doing. Chris just want to be around. Okay? And that's why I knew that whatever I foresaw in his future was coming to him. And I knew I was just supposed to watch and sit back and watch. But I did warn him. Whether he chose to believe me, he didn't choose to believe me. And he destroyed his whole life. Kiavana didn't even have a life to start with because she was trained and groomed into this. So she thought this is her way to get over. And she's teaching her daughters that. Curse your whole bloodline? I'm like, is this worth it? I know that's not what everybody thought that they were doing, but that's what you were doing when you were engaging in gossip, when you were engaging in slander. On someone that God sent to help you. When they realized that part, that I'm the one with the safety umbrella, like, so I can't trust no Galloway family. So I call judgment on all Galloways, every single last Galloway family member. Except for Oscar and Galloway, because I know my grandmother don't have nothing to do with this. So my grandmother's in my prayers. She's under my protection. But I call judgment on the McLean family, the whole entire McLean family. I call judgment on the entire Van Cruz family. I call judgment on the entire Gray family, too, for inserting yourself in other people's business. and listening to lies. I call judgment on this whole Masonic demonic coven. I call judgment on the Kings County probate court. Y'all gotta fix it. New York Supreme Court, let's go. What we doing? What we doing? I'm waiting to be contacted. My whole identity was compromised. Kia Camille McLean had access to whatever birth certificate, social security files that my dad had access to before his death, and that was not returned to me. So Kia had access. She had motive to do everything that she did to defame my character, to slander my name, to write it on paper. That's libel. To commit life insurance fraud, fake death. Like, y'all really let this woman run rampant. I understand the court was hexed, and maybe y'all woke up from that. I understand because everything was like broken when I just recently. Okay, I ain't even gonna go into that. But yeah, everybody's spell is broken now. So everybody could see what they did and they could see their part in it, even if it wasn't intentional. And I needed to give everybody time to sit in that before my next video, before saying what I'm gonna say. That is why now I have to say, yes, I know you was being blackmailed and you were being used. You had magic put on you by Kia Camille McLean. That's where you need to turn your frustrations to, because that's who did it to you. I didn't send you anything. I didn't do anything to you. None of you. I'm not sending you anything, and I'm still not. But you are continuously sending things to children. So maybe you didn't do it. But because Kia Camille McLean is doing it, or Kiavana Garraway, Kiavana McLean, because she's not a Garraway. Kiavana McLean is doing it, and she's using Christopher Leroy Gray's energy because she got it from drugging him multiple times, having him doing all kind of sex rituals, and demonic sex rituals. Yeah, they have his energy to use to do spell work. I didn't even know that's a thing. I'm learning a lot. Being just brought up on this nonsense that people indulge in because they bored. I was busy living my life, living my best life, and people came messing around with me. So this is just divine judgment at this point. Because I remove my energy and I cut all cords, all energetic cords and fields to everyone. Nobody deserves it. I need other people to realize they have, especially if you know and you feel it. You have to remove yourself from the person completely and cut your cords energetically to them for them to get their karma. And you have to stay away. Forgive and release in love. I forgive because I realize they don't know what they do. They are so desperate for self pleasure, self indulgence, self gratification, fame, money, worldly possessions that they would sell their soul because they have no soul. They have no self worth. So, yes, I would degrade myself for some money. But you can't project those type of unstable emotions on people that vibrate too high, that vibrate high, that have ascended. It's not gonna work. It just won't work. At no point is gonna work. I said that in how many videos ago? I don't think they heard, but it's for my benefit because I transmute it to the world's highest good. With love. And the world wants us to operate in the opposite, and that's why they show you so much violence on television. That's why it's okay. That's why they show you less love. That's why people don't want to talk about love. That's why people don't want to feel love. Because it's scary. It's scary to open your heart and to feel your feelings. Or to feel low. Or to feel bad about something that you did to somebody else that did not deserve it. Especially if they don't deserve it and you know you was a good person, withdraw yourself. That's all you got to do and call judgment. But I'm still going to send that person love because I realized they need it. And I seen it from a higher vantage point. Like, that's what God is saying. They so desperate for love. They so desperate for self-acceptance, especially Chris. And especially Kia. Especially attention with Kiavana, because Kiavana felt like I always had the spotlight. I wasn't trying to hog the spotlight from you, Kiavana. I had no problem with you having the spotlight, baby girl. You could still have it. People want to snuff me out the spotlight to say, okay, no, you can't be in it at all. And how is that fair? You think that's fair because I shared some wisdom with you that maybe you didn't like? So you took that as rejection and you want to ruin my life? Because how dare me reject you, right, Kia? Right, Christopher Leroy Gray? How dare everybody loves him? Everybody is on his jock. How dare Laquana Gary not want a relationship with me? I'm going to ruin her reputation. She's a whore. She is a STD giving bitch that hates the world. That's obsessed with him. But he's really obsessed with me because he's in love with my father's wife, ex-wife, stepwife, in-law. These are in-laws. These people are not blood related to me. So I don't care what they do. Whatever you do, I support you. Live your best life. You had all these threesome, five-some, menage a trois orgy parties in San Tropez, in Guyana, on the beach. I'm happy, but that's where you contracted your package of HIV from. That's when you all were contracted your package. And Chris came back as super spreader. And Kia. Yeah. Yeah. But that was done purposely because they're attached to a demonic spirit and they're not thinking, they're taking over. You seeing them, but you're not seeing what they got with them. I see it. And they not thinking. They want to win at all costs. Because they want to keep on their tirade. They want to keep on their demonic road trip to hell to take down as much souls as possible. So I have to make these videos for people that's associated with them to know, please get off this train because I don't need them to take you down with them. Please go fix whatever you done did to fix your karma and to get right with God, not me. You need to go up here, baby. I'm not the one that can forgive you for whatever you done did with him. Whatever contracts you got, you need to go up there. He don't want to hear it, but don't bring it to me, please. I'm just trying to warn people so they're not another victim of the train, the destructive train, the demolition train to hell. I don't want you to get on that choo-choo train. Don't let them pull you into this demonic choo-choo train to hell that they on. Please. No more galways. Jump on this choo-choo train. Please. Because she got a couple already. She got Vivi. She got Odessa. I don't know them anyways. I know some stuff about Uncle Leroy that happened while he was in New York. I want to know why that happened. Auntie Lily, I want to know. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like y'all know something that y'all not talking about. You and Auntie Melva, maybe Rockers, maybe Mark. But I don't trust anybody now, so I'm calling judgment on everybody. And that's just the plain old truth. So whoever had anything to do with this is going to face God's wrath. That's just the plain, simple basis of what I'm saying today. If you had nothing to do with this, then you have nothing to worry about. That's a caveat. If you know you could swear that you didn't have nothing to do with this, you, baby, are safe. You, baby, are safe. Just get out the way of the destruction train to downstairs, because there's a lot of karma going around and there's a lot of destruction about to take place. And I need you to go find cover. Because this is coming on the news. This is going to be on the news. This situation is going to be broadcast on the news. Chris, whatever, this was a dummy mission. She used you. She tricked you out your spot. Yes, you know. Yes, you know now. Yes, you was under a spell. But whatever homosexual acts you have on camera is going to be seen on a world stage because of whatever you did. And I don't know what you did. I know what you did, but I don't think they show me everything. Doesn't matter. I forgive you. My ancestors and God is not forgiving you. You sold your soul. You tried to lure me into a humiliation ritual that I didn't consent to. We don't have a relationship. I don't want you. I love the world, so I love everybody. I just feel bad for you, bro. We could have been friends. Now we can't even be that. You can't humiliate puberty in no way, shape, or form to sell your soul to the devil for some demonic contract. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Akia sent you on a dummy mission and she used you. I understand, but you gotta come to grips, bro, with your reality as it is. You already ruined your life, and I can't believe you did, but you did it. So I think it's just best at this point that you just accept what you did and confess. That's the only thing you could do. At this point, you could just confess and save yourself. Save yourself. I would try to save yourself. You have to forgive yourself for what you've done and try to save yourself in the best way possible. So whatever your angels is to your divine guidance is telling you to do, just do it. Because Kia's gonna throw you on the bus to make it seem like she wasn't paying you and this was all your idea. When we both know she was paying you and you were sent in. And you was the hitman and she was paying you and sleeping with you and infected you and made you say and do all this dumb stuff. So you need to go and tell the police what was what. And whoever y'all killed on vacation and whenever. I know my sister was killed on vacation. So I'm not sure if they really talking about that story being incorrect. China's death story being incorrect, which I already knew and I was already saying. China did not drown. China had a head injury. That's on her death certificate. That the Jamaican police force did not look into, that my cousin lied about Trisha Vandy Cruz, and that I want justice for. My father didn't die the way he was perceived either, and I want that also looked into. I want another autopsy done. I know an autopsy can be done on Chanda because she was cremated, because that's what she requested. But I do have her death certificate and report, and I just don't understand how come Jamaica still hasn't given us a toxicology report. I think, or maybe my mom does have one. That took like 6, 7, 8 years to even get. So I don't trust that either. That could have been paid off or tampered with in some way if all this other stuff in New York, Kings County Court, was tampered with. So at this point, I just want all documents and all information looked through and combed through with a fine teeth comb, because I want to get down to justice and the nitty gritty of if China had a life insurance policy that Kia Camille McLean collected, if she had, but I know that Vincent Galloway had a life insurance policy that he had that I signed that I never got benefits from ever. So I know Chris was stealing. He got some because he said he was my husband. He fake married me. Like I said, I never signed a marriage certificate again, ever. So I don't understand how he married himself with an impersonator, Kiavana, whoever. I don't care. The copycat. I don't care. I'm flattered. But it's deranged for you to think that you could impersonate me and live my life and do witchcraft and witchcraft and witchcraft and witchcraft to try to kill me like it was going to work. It's not going to work. God is showing you this through a series of unfortunate events in your life, in all of your lives, that will keep occurring. Keep occurring until you tell the truth or until you're not here anymore. So you have a choice. Those are the only two choices that I keep telling you again that you have, because you don't have forgiveness coming from me. In any capacity is that going to happen in this lifetime. So all that confusion magic and love spells and stuff that you kept doing and ugly magic kept backfiring, and now your brain is so scrambled into egg mush that you actually think this retarded plan that you have could still work. You actually think you could come and talk me into what? Helping you? Fat chance. When hell freezes over and it's ice cold down there and it freezes over. Okay? That's not happening. The devil and them demons is ready to collect because you called them, you summoned them. I don't know who you summoned, but they ready to go. The people you went to New Orleans and the crossroads, kid, you research every avenue on the face of the planet and it still didn't work. All those demonic forces is ready to take you, your daughter, Chris, everybody you worked with, back with them. I don't know if y'all realize, Shayna and Sammy and Trisha, that y'all were tying your energies in with them, but you did. And you gotta go too. That is just your problem and not mine, because I didn't summon any demonic forces or evil forces because I had low self-esteem and I wanted to be somebody else. That's just weird. That's just not beyond weird. That is just demented. On another level. That's why I gotta send y'all love, because I realize y'all don't know no better. I need the world to see this ain't the way. And this is a teachable moment not to waste your life focusing on other people and their blessing and what God got for them, by going to demonic forces to stop them, because this is the time and this is the era where now God and our archangels and our ancestors is coming to stop you. And nothing on the planet could stop that. I already won. I'm already in my mansion. I already got my husband. I already got my babies. Y'all can't stop nothing. I already knew. Me and my husband is already telepathically loving each other. And I just feel it on another level with him because, wow. Our babies, our spirit babies is connected. Like, oh, my damn. I'm about to have such a happy, beautiful life by the beach somewhere. Wow. I'm so happy for that. But I lost a lot too. My daddy was my best friend. My sister was the world to me. And Trisha Ayana Vandy Cruz, you gotta pay for that. Shane Costello, you gotta go to jail for that. Whether it's jail or divine judgment, it's out of my hands. I already got judgment on the situation. Yeah, I call judgment on the Costello family too. I forgot about that, but let me make sure I put it in there on this video. So I love to watch me. Because I'm like, who did I forget? Who did I forget? As long as I said the whole family name, it's, yeah, y'all all fall under the umbrella. So if you help Kia McLean or Christopher Leroy Gray or his mama and you didn't know and you didn't know and you was in the church, you was minding people's business, yes, it's coming to you too. But you got two choices. Tell the truth And clear your conscience and do what your archangels and your ancestors that still around you is telling you to do. Or, yeah, face the consequences. And that's the only two opportunities of, forgiveness you have to get. So I think you should go start rocking. Start rocking and getting that, done and wrapped up. Because it don't make sense for you to do it any other way. You going back to the demon who put you in the situation is only making it worse because you adding on stuff. They already got sex demons and HIV packets and all kind of stuff. Girl, you can't sue nobody for slander if it's the truth. And me and Kia McLean both know she can't go in a court of law and nobody hospital to take an STD screening. Her, Chris, Kiavana, none of y'all that was in that group in the sex cult, having them menage a trois, yeah, y'all life is all, yeah, over. And kids, because, oh, y'all using kids to try to clean your energy, and they doing evil things to kids, and God wants y'all to stop. So y'all got to be taken down. They're infecting children with these diseases to try to cleanse themselves or to try to take their innocence to do more energy work, to do more magic, to send more evil, demonic things to me. That is not working. Because they thought, I'm like, oh, let me see if she's sick now. Let me see if she's... No, boo. It's not going to happen. My husband's still right here. My children are still going to be born. I'm still... Kia, get out that house. Do not burn it down. New York State City, New York, NYPD, please don't let her burn down my 677 East 24th Street. I beg of you. I beg. I beg of you. I was going to try to find the address of the next one. There's 2 houses in New York. The other one's on Schnick. I don't know. Schnick Avenue. Something with an S. But Kia, you're going to jail. That's your karma. That's your future. Nowhere around the Kiavana, you're going to the mental health ward because you've been on it. You on demon time and you just a nutcase. Chris, you dying soon. I don't even think you're making it to the jail. Somebody not making it to the jail. I know, I feel it. Somebody's dead. Somebody's dead already. Somebody passed over. They feel like they're keeping a secret from me, but I already know. I just don't feel the need to say everything I know. But I say certain things as warnings because I don't want no big crazy fires in New York like what just happened in LA. And especially, it's not my daddy house. They're gonna try to go in and run and fake they deaf. What else? Yeah. They did this stuff onto y'all on purpose. I want y'all to know this. Everybody that Kia, Camille McLean, or Christopher Leroy Gray, or Kia Vanna was jealous of, they purposely went and sent people, tracked down people that were connected to you, to sleep with them, to give them a crazy, heinous disease, to bring it back to you, to draw you into their group, to pull you into their group, to blackmail you. If they didn't know you. So they'll send in, yeah. Send in somebody, I don't know. A prostitute, send in, I don't know. A decoy, a paid person to come in and sleep with you, or pay the person or whatever to go sleep with your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever you got, or to come sleep with you to give you something because they know they got something. So you be like, oh yeah, they gave her something because they send them to you. And I'm sure you don't know that, but you know now. Go test yourself because this is some dirty, nasty things, and this is what they're using to hold over people's head. And these sex videos from the COVID parties, the menage parties, the orgy parties that everybody was swapping. When Kia was drugging you on hallucinogens and crack or heroin, whatever she was drugging y'all with, that y'all didn't know y'all was taking, she got y'all in a lot of compromising positions, homosexual positions that y'all don't want people to know about, and she's holding that over y'all head and she blackmailing y'all with it. I know, but maybe the cops don't know. So I gotta make sure the cops know too. They need to be in on it. They need to be in on the joke, right, Kia Camille McLean? But she was doing this from the beginning. She did this to my father, and that's why I didn't know Brian Vasquez was involved. But now everything makes sense. She was paying since Brian and Cons maybe to get Chanda. That's why she was always running off with somebody boyfriend in the corner to tell secrets. So maybe even Brian and Con slept with Kia too. This is so gross though. She slept with everybody, and everybody that's like every, little boy's childhood dream. Let me sleep with this older man, wife. Let me sleep with my girlfriend, stepmother. I'm sure he didn't think he was gonna contract HIV at some point from sleeping with the stepmother and then the daughter and having a menage a trois with the mother and daughter. Kia, you are just underneath the planet gross to me. You're like underneath the world gross. Like the bottom pit of hell, evil. That I have to warn people to run. Any gallery that I still see have Kia on your friends list, I'ma block you. If I see you even friends with Kia family, any of her sisters, any of her nieces, I'ma block you. Or Chris, or any Vandy Cruz, I'ma block you. If your name popped in my head made me think you connected to her, I'ma block you. Just once. Because it didn't come up in my mind for no reason. And I need y'all to know that at this point. Because I call judgment on everybody in this whole situation because this is gross. And the fact that she thought she was going to do all this just so she could trap Chris so she could come and send him to me? Wait, I just want to ask a question. So if I supposedly